got it right this morning.
He got it right. Yeah, he got it right.
I got it. I got it right this morning. I hit the buttons like I'm supposed to. It would be nice if they paid me accordingly. Anyway, it's Boogie with the Bull. Monday morning caffeine. Dave Glovin and Randy Rhodes are here to have some fun with you. So feel free to join us on my profile and on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel if you feel so inclined. We would love to have you. William Lockett is going to stop by, I believe, at some point this morning. So we'll have a three-way, I guess, as soon as he joins us. Randy Rhodes, as I said, is with us this morning. And the opening comment is that Mark Kelly, or Senator Sedition Kelly, as I called him over the weekend, you have to decide where you are on the issue. I believe he has freedom of speech, but at the same time, with freedom of speech comes great power that you have to be able to back up what you say. And if you tell people in the military you don't have to follow any order that you think is illegal, that's great. But he cut it off at that point as far as I'm concerned. So he didn't give an example of Trump giving a illegal order. So he could issue an illegal order or he might not. And in Trump's head, we have to decide, is that defamation of character and how Trump may react. I don't believe that the death penalty is on the table, but if you guys want to believe that it is, then it is. Randy, you have an option to continue with that, or comment on your own, or go into whatever you brought with us.
Well, let's start off with a little bit of levity, okay?
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but there's some nights that I sleep right through, and I wake up next morning. There's some nights I just can't sleep. So, pops up on my phone today. It says, "Are you living in the safe zone?" Something. Okay, what's that? It's about sleep. So here it goes, folks. If you don't sleep at all, you will die. If you get 1 hour per night, you're going to be extremely tired. 2 hours per night, you're going to have a short-term memory affected. 3 hours per night, you're going to have slower reaction time. 4 hours per night, easily irritated. 5 hours per night, loss of motivation. 6 hours per night, decreased concentration. This is how many hours you're sleeping, okay? 7 8 hours per night, no risk, ideal sleep duration. So they're saying you should sleep at least 7 to 8 hours for perfection. If you sleep 9 hours, perfect amount for most people. 10 hours, that's me. Higher risk of cardiovascular illness. Oh, if you sleep 11 hours per night, you're going to be depressed. 12 hours per night, you're going to have sleep disorders. And if you sleep more than 12 hours a day, you're going to have a higher rate of early mortality. So
more than 11 or 12 hours is too much, if I understand
correct.
What you're saying.
Correct.
Even if you're one of those that needs that much, because I never got more than 4 in my working days because I ended up getting woken up for something. And even with the meds that are supposed to sedate me and make me go to sleep for a long time, you're lucky if you get that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too now. I take gabapentin, which I'm finally getting the hell off of. Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm down to 100 milligrams. I was at 600 milligrams 4 times a day. But I'm down to 100. and I'm finding it's harder for me to fall asleep because the gabapentin side effect is sleep. So
Yeah.
my body's getting readjusted to the lower milligrams. So it's harder for me to fall asleep naturally. But on a different note, a Democrat whistleblower is coming forward, and he's backed up by newly declassified FBI interview reports showing that Senator Adam Schiff's career may be coming to an end.
God, I hope so.
The whistleblower indicates that Schiff should not only face career and political consequences, but also staggering financial penalties and a lengthy prison term. And this is the reason why. The claim dates back to Schiff's time in the U.S. House when he served as the ranking member and later the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. The whistleblower who worked for the Democrats on the committee for more than a decade repeatedly told the FBI, started in 2017, that Schiff had authorized leaking classified intelligence to the media to damage then President Donald J. Trump. The whistleblower said that in an all staff meeting, Schiff declared that the group would leak classified. So this is Schiff saying to his people, we're going to leak classified information which we feel is derogatory towards President Donald Trump. The whistleblower said that in an all staff meeting, Schiff declared that the group would leak classified information. Uh, and and the guy says to Schiff, isn't that unethical and possibly treasonous? But he was assured by the others, no, we won't get caught leaking the information.
Yeah.
That's what's out there still. I mean, Congress, I'll say this the day I die. I'm not going to see any Democrat go to jail for anything they've done. They're
I
too
don't.
overly protected.
I'm starting to think that you're right. And if the shoe was on the other foot, the Sedition Six were Republicans speaking out against a Democrat administration, they would be in jail,
Yeah.
if not already executed, because that's the penalty that you pay. Uh, just for the thought of planting it could be suspicion. I mean, sedition in their heads. The Democrat Party, I think, is really messed up. If you want to go off on there for a moment, that Michelle Obama, I think, could have been their presidential candidate, but then said no, she didn't want to be their presidential candidate. Probably because the truth would come out. Kamala Harris might beat the hell out of her if she was going to run. I don't know, Hillary Clinton or, you know, whatever. Then there's Barack Obama, who probably wants term number, I don't know, 666. Uh, what do you think? Well, you did say what
Well,
you thought.
the one thing that Trump said, and he wishes that the Republicans would take a page out of their where the Democrats are. The Democrats will stand up for each other. They'll lie. They'll probably even go to prison for each other. The Democrats stick together. I mean, look at all the times when Trump came in to the Congress to have his big to-do speech. And all the Democrat women are dressed in the same dress. All the men are dressed the same. They stand up, they sit down, they applaud, they don't applaud. They have their damn little signs, like little robots being controlled by a very small amount of people. And speaking of which, Trump is going to turn over everything the Pen signed for. Can you imagine the people right now are sweating balls because their pardon was by Pen or something like that, or a law was passed because of the Pen. He can now legally overturn all of them because Biden didn't even know he was signing it.
Well, that seems to be, on one hand, they say he didn't know what he was signing or someone else signed it. Some are now saying he may have used the auto pen to write his own signature. And he can do that. I don't agree with it. It shows definite mental problems if you can't write your own name or something close to it, you know. Uh, but
Well, I mean,
supposedly there are documents that you are allowed to write to use the auto pen on if you're the president or give someone permission to use with the auto pen. And there are some documents where it's okay for, I guess, the actual president to give himself permission and use the auto pen on. So I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is messed up. But I'm starting to believe more and more what will come out is they will say he could have done anything he wanted because he was the president. And we have a president who says no, he couldn't do whatever he wanted because he's the president. And he can't do everything that he wants.
well,
So
I saw a recent news story where the reporter it was a sit down, across from each other kind of conversation, and he met with several different Democrat people who were close to Biden, and he asked the question: was Biden, suffering from some type of mental decline? Was Biden able to do the job? And since he was out of the office, and I guess they felt they can now tell the truth. They said no. I mean, he there's times he was in a wheelchair. There's times where he couldn't talk, he couldn't walk, he couldn't do this. But then he showed a cross report from before when Biden was in office. Oh yeah, he's a great. He's got mental activity. He's great. He's got mine's better than mine. But then after he's out of the office, now they're saying that no, he wasn't really that with it. Uh,
the one I think I really want to ask is Barack Obama. I really want to ask him, where was Joe Biden the day he became president? Was he able to do the job or did you do the job for him? If the answer was no, I did the job for him, then he was not able to be the president.
exactly. I
You
mean,
know,
he shouldn't have been in the office, but unfortunately, as we know, uh, uh,
I think it was a matter of vote counts. They stopped counting it like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just said the hell with it and went to bed. And you know, you that stayed awake saw the votes that were added, and Biden won. That's why if you look at the Trump hat that has 45-47, I believe it means he was the president from the 45th term to the 47th term, which includes the 46th term. But, it's an interesting time to live in this country, definitely. Go ahead. I know I cut you off, but I
no,
did not.
no. Um, it just seems that, uh, and I've been saying this for years, that no matter what the Democrats do or say, they didn't get away with it. If the Republican says the same thing and does the same thing, they get hammered. Uh, and unfortunately, uh, um, it's this way. The people in the South, they're starting. This is going to be one of the conversations in my broadcast coming up. Is
Yep.
they like Trump, but they're starting to have their doubts about him, and some of the folks are starting to look at a third party, which is I think if I get this right, uh, Jeffersonian. Oh hell, something to do with the Jeffersonian uh, Democrat. Oh, talk. I want to see if I can find it. Okay,
Okay.
because this is important because this is
Okay.
because the South is looking to start something different. So
The South is going to do it again.
yeah.
Hey, if anyone is watching, good morning, David. If anyone wants to join us, you are welcome to join us. I think William Lock. William Lockett. I'm sorry, my mouth can't move. It's Monday. I'm just Gonna do my best. But good morning, David. It's a pleasure to have you with us, and anyone else is more than welcome to. We are live on my profile. We are live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, so you can join us there. We are all over Facebook this morning, and I will podcast as much of it as possible when the show ends. I will put it everywhere I can put it this morning. So if anyone wants to join us, you are more than welcome. This week we are following Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. I haven't decided about Tuesday and Thursday yet because I don't like stomping on other people at the same time. So there may be something, there may not be. There probably won't be. Saturday, there will not be a rare Saturday morning boogie with the bull because I will be with my wife Donna at another vendor fair.
I hope it's indoors.
No, well, it's outdoor, and we are watching the weather. And if it does, in fact, rain prior to it, I don't think the decision will be made that we are going. But for those of you that are interested, go to the Family Treasures Facebook page. Words are not coming out of my mouth this morning. Go to the Family Treasures Facebook page. Also go to Donna Jean Creations and Willow's Craft Corner, I believe. That's our daughter-in-law, or Donna G Creations is my wife Donna, as people know, and Family Treasures is the combined of the two of them. And if you go to that page, you will find beautiful handmade crochet items. The only one I have on my desk this morning is Cupcake the Eagle, and $8 for Cupcake the Eagle, and $16 for the pair. There was another one, but I believe we have sold that one. But Cupcake the Eagle is still with us, and I want to find out what people went Black Friday shopping for too.
Yeah, I can't find it. It's something to do with the President Jefferson during during the war. But there's a rebuilding of his Democratic Party, and that's what they're trying to bring back, which is going to be supporting the South. But anyways, if I get an answer back, I'll give you the exact word for it.
If you find it, please do. Now, will that be an offshoot of the Democrat Party, as we were talking about?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
All right.
But with different viewpoints, different values, obviously gearing towards the South more so than anything else. The people of the South just feel like they're being left out. That there's still this attack on them since the war, and they're just getting fed up. They're having a big powwow Tuesday. Thursday at 7:00 p.m. Eastern, I'm having my broadcast, and they'll be on there to discuss what they're talking about. So if you want to know what the South is up to, chime in on Thursday. But
so Thursday, 7:00. Make sure you chime into Randy's broadcast. I believe you will find it on the Colonel Randall Rhodes page, and then you kind of have to wander across Facebook into the Southern groups
and YouTube
to find it there. And you probably need to make sure you're a member of the Southern groups, because I would imagine that they are private.
Most of them are private
for Southern or for fans of the South.
Yeah, most of them are private. It was kind of sad. I heard today that since the economy is doing so well, that the economists are predicting that most families will spend $1,000 on Christmas presents this year.
Good morning, Ray. Ray Figgins has joined us, and I will leave it up to you, Randy.
That's fine, huh?
All right, Ray, if you want to, I will hit the buttons, and actually, I'm going to send you the link anyway. You can decide if you want to join us. That's what
I think myself, $1,000. And
I'm
I mean,
just
I'm
gonna.
not. I'm about halfway. They must be making pretty good money to be able to spend $1,000 on Christmas. Nothing, but what they also said
Yeah,
was that the majority of the people who are spending $1,000 this year still haven't paid $1,000 off on the credit cards from last year. So
that's true.
they're just going into credit card debt is what they're doing.
Yeah, yep. I know that people are going in. Oh, hold on, that didn't quite work, right? Let me let me do it again here.
I started watching this guy. He's called the tow trucker. Yeah, he tows cars that are parked illegally. So I don't know why, but he's kind of like he's from Atlanta. So he has like an accent, but he
It's
he has a company where he's hired to tow cars from all across the city, primarily from apartment complexes. So if your car is parked illegally, like in a handicap spot, or it's parked weird, or they're painting the lines and you didn't move your car in time, whatever, they call this guy, and he shows up to tow your car. And he goes by himself, which surprised me because I would think that he would. There has to be at a point in time where he might, go to tow someone's car, and the guy comes out very angry. But he goes there and he does his own video. He hooks up the car and he tows him away. And now the nice thing is if he has not yet hooked up to your car, and you come running out of your house, your apartment, whatever, say, "Hey, that's my car, that's my car." He won't tow it. He'll tell you have to move it, or if he comes back and it's still there, he will tow it. And the people have to pay $100 to get the car out of the lot where he tows the cars from to. And he shows the his location where he takes cars back to. And Dave, there must be hundreds and hundreds of
yeah,
cars that people just said it ain't worth going back to get. And then
yeah,
he goes and he sells off the cars and he keeps the money.
yeah. You can actually do that. You have so many days that before it is considered abandoned property in some states. And then under abandoned property, you can sell it. You can even re-register it. Uh,
Did you hear about that shooting at the California birthday party?
no, I did not. But it's probably Governor Newsom's fault that it happened.
Uh, Four people were killed, 11 others were wounded. Uh, I mean, there's a video, but I won't show the video. But essentially, it was a birthday party for a kid, and it just went bad, and they started shooting at each other. But California has no crime, we live, peacefully next to our neighbors. Yeah, right. Um, and I like to, speaking of Democrat controlled cities, Trump is in the process, since that National Guard person died and was shot. Uh, he's telling his people to go back through all the people who came here under that program that was to give them asylum, to find out if they're still here, if they've completed the paperwork to stay, or if not, get them out of our country. Um,
Yep.
I mean, obviously, he's doing it a knee jerk reaction to the guard being killed, but they still haven't decided or figured out why this person did it. This person helped the CIA while in Afghanistan during the
Yep.
war. Apparently, he passed all the tests of being loyal to our country. He was living in Washington State for 3 years, and something happened, and he decided to drive across the country to kill whoever he could find in the National Guard.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, did he have a mental breakdown? Was he a sleeper cell that just passed through all the tests that we have? While he was here, did someone convince him to do it? Who knows? Um, but I think sometimes our country is too easy to say yes to an immigrant to come here because they're afraid where they live. Well, I'm sorry. Well, change the way your country is. I mean, you had what 25 million people come to our country during the 4 years that Biden was in office.
Right.
You can't tell me that 25 million people can't do some type of change to their own government.
Well, they're doing it slowly but surely. I mean, they're taking over the mayor in in major cities, and some believe that's the first step. Are we going to go full blown Islamic? I actually don't know. Uh, I I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to see it. I'm sure everybody else doesn't want to see it. So, what are we going to do to prevent it? And now you're seeing Jim Jordan's bill that doesn't allow you to run if you weren't born here. That's going to be met with a lot of opposition because people that came here have done great jobs. And I don't think you can tell Ted Cruz that he can't be a senator anymore because he was born in Canada.
Hmm.
They might let him finish the term. I honestly don't know. I don't think anybody knows except for Trump, and he's only passing out what he has to pass out. Uh, what the plan is, and even he's facing opposition. George W. Bush wants to take over the Republican Party at the end of Trump's term, and I don't think GW has the ability to do that. If it was his father, G.H.W. Bush, I'd be scared. Only in the sense that Trump would probably branch off with his own party. MAGA, the MAGA party will in fact become its own party, and I don't know what that does. Does it split the vote? Does it activate more people to vote? I don't know. I really don't know.
What do you think of Trump's ordering the airspace over? Is it Yugoslavia? No,
Venezuela. And
Uh,
the Morrow incident. To be honest with you, I don't know what is at stake other than Venezuela sending drugs over. Or being accused of sending drugs over. I don't know. We bought oil from Venezuela administrations ago through Citgo, because Citgo, I believe, is the People's Oil Company owned in Venezuela, and Joe Kennedy was buying their oil and giving it away.
I just don't understand. Well, I mean, he's nailing these boats from Navy ships and primarily from drones. But why tell all the airlines and so forth to stay out of the air unless he plans on doing an air assault on the country?
Well, if the ships are there and the ships are bombing whatever's there in the water, there's always the possibility of something going awry and hitting a civilian plane in the air. So I would think that that's part of what you would do. But I believe something that Sedition Kelly, as I call him, has a complaint is that we have gone in and did something the first time and then went back and did it again. And he's saying under the rules of war, you're not allowed to do that. I don't know, because I've never read the rules of law for the military. They operate under their own rules, which have been there for centuries, but I'm not going to question it only because I haven't read it, and I did not escape my my military responsibility. I just was not invited because I would have been more of a detriment than I would have been a helpful assistant, unless they gave me a desk job or something. You know.
But you would think that again, this goes back to being able to see inside of a
Okay.
Democrat's mind. But why would a Democrat be so upset that a drone takes out six men in a speedboat that's loaded with drugs that we know, if it was allowed to get to our country, has the capacity to kill 25,000 American citizens? Um, why would they be so opposed to us taking out that speedboat with six on, as opposed to allowing it to get through to its destination, killing 25,000 people, unless they're taking a kickback for
Well,
protection of the ship?
that that's very possibly the answer to the question. But I'm getting to the point more and more where people are just getting upset with anything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth, even if it is legit. They're just, you know, they don't, you know, they don't like him. They just don't like him. They were told not to like him. They just don't like him. Uh, you know, like I've said on other broadcasts, is he's following the pathway. I can't really call it the rules because it's not an engraved rule, but he's following the rules to build in the East Wing at the White House. Another president, I can't remember exactly which one, built the East Wing at the White House. It was never there. So, you know, I don't know. We're just living in some very bizarre, strange times. I'm going to get upset because a very wealthy man wants to build a dance hall at the White House, and the people that are getting mad about it aren't even people that are ever going to be there, ever going to be able to use it. But
And the biggest thing is that taxpayer money is not building that damn ballroom. It's donated money. Uh,
taxpayer money's not doing that. Taxpayer money didn't build Barack Obama's basketball court, combination tennis court, which was there before, and he didn't want to. He didn't want to eliminate that. So you know, it can't be that one party can go ahead and do it and it's okay, and the other party goes ahead and does it the same way,
cat hair.
and they can't
Um,
because right, and they can't because they're the other party. I mean, I just don't want to hear it anymore. You know, I really don't.
so
Don't like Trump. Don't like Trump. Don't like
yeah.
Melania Trump. Don't like Melania Trump. But don't you dare tell me that excuse me, that Michelle Obama is a better looking first lady than Melania Trump.
Okay, so how about the Ukrainian official who apparently stole millions of dollars away from the energy uh, uh, program in Ukraine? It's supposed to be more than just the one guy who's going to be charged with taking bribery and so forth. Do you think that's going to have an adverse effect on Zelensky and
Well, I think it already has. But go ahead.
so you think it's going to force Zelensky to step down, or do you think Zelensky is also part of that winning
I think
approach?
Zelensky was told that he can't that he's done when when in the next presidential election he will not be a candidate. Where he's going, I don't know. What he's going to do, I don't know. But from what I seem to understand is that he will not be doing it in Ukraine.
I know that some of the high officials are supposed to be coming sometime this week to meet with Trump. I'm going to assume it has to do with that.
Yeah,
Um,
it does.
I don't know. We knew that the money was going somewhere. Like, it's a shame that it took this long. Hopefully, they can find the money and get it back and put it to where it's supposed to be used. Uh, I don't know. Um,
I think it's going to have a change on us giving money away in the future. That we're going to be
I was surprised.
more in control. Go
I
ahead.
was surprised. I thought that the National Guard people, I knew they had their rifles with them, but I thought that they weren't loaded, that they didn't have any bullets. But I was wrong because it was a National Guard person who took down the idiot that shot the two guards.
Yep.
So they are loaded and with live bullets to kill if they have to. So that surprised me. Yeah,
Well,
and I'll be honest. I'll be honest to tell you why. Because people look at the guards. I was in the reserves, and weekend warriors is what they call us. Um, you know, the training. If you're in active duty, you're constantly going through training. You're constantly being tested on your weapons and so forth. Even if you are a cook, you still have a weapon that you have with you in case the cooks have to go into combat. But you're constantly being tested and being made sure you know what you're doing. A person who's in the guard or the reserves, not saying anything bad about them, but there's 28 days out of the month that you're not really training with the military. So I didn't think that they would be allowed to carry loaded weapons in a city area because of potentially making a mistake and pulling the trigger. Um, I don't know.
but the way I understand it is that there are some quote unquote professionals involved with the National Guard. The Backstrom uh, was the woman that passed away was a army specialist, and that would tell me that she knew what she was doing and she was there. I had thought that they weren't using bullets per se; they were using rubber,
Yeah.
rubber bullets per se, and a rubber bullet may hurt. You may wish you were dead, but its intention is not to kill you dead.
Just,
But then again,
just to drop you.
right? But then again, if a terrorist comes in there to kill you, he's fighting real bullets at you. You're going to fire real bullets back, but uh, I don't know. Watching this with the guy came into the country and went and set himself up and went to go wait his orders, and he got his orders, I guess, or decided to go act out his own orders, and here we are. Two of them got critically hurt, and one died from the injuries. Uh, that one should that terrorist should be dealt with. They made a signal for other terrorists, but it's hard to say that because if the terrorists win and they take over, I'm going to be Tokyo Dave.
What the heck?
Tomorrow.
I'm sorry, I just got distracted because I just got a message that someone took my picture and made it his profile picture. What the frick?
Well, they can do that. I mean, if they can take it. Well, if it's a picture that was open to publicly being displayed on the internet, they can take. If it's a picture of yours, meaning a picture. Facebook says that you need to, if it is a picture of yours that you actually took, in order to control.
Oh, that's bullshit. What the hell?
Okay, if it's a picture that you actually took or that you actually control, you have to put copyright and a name on the front of it. If it is not, and that is supposed to tell everybody that no, that's Randy's picture. You can't use it without Randy's permission. But if it's just a meme or a picture from a meme or just a meme that was on display on Facebook, those pictures are fair game.
Okay, so how do I get my picture off of his damn profile? I don't want people thinking I'm him.
Well, if it's a picture that you actually control, like I said, you took it or it belongs to you and you can prove ownership of the picture, then you have to go through Facebook because, again, everything goes through Facebook, unfortunately, because that's the way they set it up. But
or I can go straight to his damn profile and bitch and moan
well,
real big.
you can do that, but he'll block you, and then you won't be bitching and moaning at him anymore. But unfortunately, that's how it works. Or only put the good pictures someplace where you know they're not going to, do that. But I mean, you have to look at also how he used it. If he used it the way it's supposed to be used, then I would be honored that that's what he's doing. I mean, I can only speak from experience. I take memes and I use them all the time. I don't take memes that are copyrighted because I don't want to. I don't want to waste my time on it. Everything is copyrighted in America. Ray, I will have you on another time. I tried twice now to send the link to you.
I'll send it to him.
It's sending. Okay,
I'll send it to him.
Ray can. Randy can send it to you, and you got about 18 minutes left of the broadcast, or you and Randy can continue on.
Okay, I sent it to him.
If you wish, for some strange reason, Restream is not letting me restream. Add another person. I have tried several times this morning, so it is not in any way anything personal. And as soon as I see it, I will add you to the broadcast as quickly as I see it. So I'm looking for it, and no, that's still 2. But as soon as I see that you're there, I will add you to the broadcast. Kind of loose for a Monday morning. I apologize for that for anyone watching. It's just a Monday morning, and things didn't gel all the way around for everybody this morning.
That's the picture I just posted.
All right. Well, okay.
That's one he took as his own.
Well, what you have to do, according to Facebook, their rules is you had to put the copyright C in the circle, Randy Rhodes, or whatever you wanted to call it, on the original picture. So I would recommend that you put that on that picture now. But if he's using that picture of you and it wasn't copyrighted, then it just becomes a big argument. I mean, I'm getting to the point that Facebook is good for the broadcasts, maybe, and Facebook is good for groups. And if you can make the groups work for you the way that they're supposed to work for you, then that's the way it goes. I just don't want to fight them anymore because it's not worth fighting them. They just changed the rules.
Yeah.
Changed the rules. Anyway, anybody else is welcome to join us this morning. Ray is going to come in and join us in a moment.
Okay, now you say you can't join now.
Okay. I don't know. I personally think it's the best. It's the easiest to use of the restreaming softwares that I have worked with. So that's why I use it.
Yeah, I actually.
But they changed some things on my end because I'm on free Restream recently, and obviously they didn't change the number of guests I'm allowed to have. So I apologize to Ray. I will start looking around at what is there and what's easier to use. What's easy to use, and maybe we'll make a change again. I'm not sure. Anyway, Randy, we got
Yeah,
14 minutes before you. It's
yeah,
11 o'clock,
yeah,
and
I'm
you
sorry.
gotta go. Or
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm distracted now. This is really that really
okay,
has me. Uh, I
yeah,
never. I mean, should I be honored that someone wants to be me? I don't know,
no,
but I don't. I'm going through this guy. I'm going through this guy's posts to see what kind of a guy he is, and always
okay.
posting his pictures of fruit and shit.
Well,
But
if he's posting a picture of him that he's not, you know,
yeah, he,
I don't know how honorable a person
yeah.
that 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 is. If someone's going to look at the picture and go, "That's not you. That's Randy Rhodes."
And the sad thing is, I did do a direct message to him,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna have to when I get off. I'm gonna
Okay.
spend because I'm not gonna let this guy use
No,
my profile picture.
you have to spend time on it and hope that you win, or just make it clear. But you're probably going to get blocked. But make it clear that you're not that person, and hope that you get it on there before you get blocked. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I don't why I don't use a real picture, because that way I don't have to worry about it. And
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
don't use family pictures, because I don't want they don't need they don't need that either. But I'm sorry that you're going through it. So let's see, where are we? There it is. Any final words before you go? Other than you're frustrated, and you should be.
Well, we got a lot of things going on. Um, you know, I truly believe that Trump is going to do an air strike against the country. Otherwise, why clear the airwaves of planes, especially commercial planes that might get cut down by accident?
Yep.
Um, so that I think is going to happen sometime this week. That's my personal opinion. I don't have any
Okay.
proof to it. Um, I know the movie dropped about the UFOs and the cover up and all the Congress and senators who are trying to get the information released to the public.
Yep.
Uh, uh, I've been watching that, and it's been, so I do believe that's going to come out sooner than later because, know, when the public gets inundated with stuff like that, the government finally says, you know what, they know this, they're asking questions, this is release the information.
Yep.
I think it boils down to is that you know they they claim they don't want the people to be afraid of a potential invasion. Well, if there was going to be an invasion, I would have thought by now it would have happened. Um, I think it's more of a point that they don't want you knowing that the government has the control of these weapons and this technology that could change the way we see our future. I mean, there's some things in play to create engines for our spacecraft to be able to do warp speeds like Star Trek kind of thing. Um, there's like just like the congressman from Tennessee said on the news and also in that movie is that he said that our fastest underwater submarine can go about 40 miles an hour, and it was chasing after a football-sized spacecraft that was traveling at least 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So so there's things out there that we probably can't fight against.
Oh
Uh,
no, I'm sure there are. Yeah.
But I think that before I pass away, I think there's some interesting things come to play, and I hope that these creatures are not, like the aliens, like in the TV movies where they want to eat us, but they want to actually perhaps help us, get rid of our illnesses, build us into better world to live in, where instead of driving somewhere, you step into this, this circle thing, and you get transported to another city. But
I'm looking forward to the Stargate. I am
yeah,
looking when they open Stargates. I'm going to have to decide to be daring and take the jump, only because I have this fear of using a quote unquote Star Trek transporter room and being hit by something in space while you're matter before you go to wherever you're going and are reassembled matter. It just, people tell me it can't happen, but the Stargate, you just jump and you hope that you make it there.
I know. I don't know. I'm very, very interested to see what happens next few years. I follow this other guy. He's Australian, and he actually got on a plane and flew to England because this crop design happened in this guy's cornfield, and he was there to prove or disprove it, and he couldn't disprove it. He said, I mean, he's intelligent. He knows what to look for, and also the witnesses who saw this craft come down for a period of time, then went off and left this image behind. Um, who knows? Maybe this is going to be the year that we'll have first contact. Anyways, I'm going to get off. I
Yeah,
apologize. For being
I know you are. All right, Wednesday
I,
morning. Wednesday morning, we will do it again.
and hopefully by Wednesday morning, I can tell you I got rid of this damn picture off his profile. This is weird.
It is. I know it is. I know it is.
I just that I don't want. I don't know anything about this guy, so I don't know what his beliefs are. So I don't want my face being associated with that guy's beliefs.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I apologize,
No,
folks.
it's okay, Randy.
I'll keep you guys updated if I can get rid of this guy.
Please let us know what happens. All right.
Yep.
Okay. And I know you're laughing, David, but that is actually something that Facebook said. You have to be able to prove to them that you actually own the photograph before you do it. You can't just take a photograph of you and put it on Facebook and say you own it. They actually came back and said you have to put copyright the day, the year that you actually took it, and whoever from that, and then you have to be able to prove it. You can't just take a picture of yourself, like I said, and put it on your Facebook profile and mark it and do it. I know several friends of mine who are musicians did the same thing, but then the photographers that took the pictures have passed away over the years, and they were trying to get control of the pictures, and some won, some lost. So that's where I'm speaking from. I know that you can't just put copyright on it and say that it is, but evidently, according to Facebook, you can. And Michael was talking about. Michael said, "I know I flashed it, but I'm not going to flash it so that I can read it. Chasing it, huh? There was never a chase. Sonar could only track it." Well, if you're talking about me and the transporter room as from Star Trek, like I said, it may just be a personal fear that, I don't know, an asteroid or whatever you want to call it could fly through you and screw up how you get reassembled. I'm sure the technology was there so that when Scotty pushed the button and someone else was there to greet you, it was a lot more advanced through the mind of Gene Roddenberry. That there were many ways to do it. And yes, there are many ways. I mean, the last one. There, it's just ways to keep the public from waking up and having truth. Yes, and they think they own the truth, so they control the truth, and they think they control the narrative. And we're out here every day. Everybody's out here every day. You're out here every day, uh, showing that their narrative is incorrect. I guess that's the best way to put it. I'm going to wrap up this Monday. Like I said, today Mondays sometimes just don't go right as you're making the final plans to do it. Let me see who is there. Randy's back. Hold on just a moment.
Hello.
Are you back?
Yeah, he took my picture off.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that happened. Yeah, if you catch people, a lot of times they will because they just don't want to get into the.
He's actually friends with Michael Anthony.
Oh, we're not go. Okay, we're not gonna
Yeah.
go.
No. I'm just saying. Apparently, he knows my people.
Okay.
Folks, just so you know, uh, wait, it's just that. Hold on a second. Did he? Yeah, it just so happens that I don't mind the fact that he liked the picture that was created, but
Okay.
I don't want to be associated with the guy because of not knowing his personal
Okay.
viewpoints and and so forth. So
Okay.
it appears she has removed it, unless she
Okay.
has 2 pages, which I'm going to look
I don't
into
know.
further. But
Okay.
I
Yeah.
do want to jump back and say that. But
Okay.
to close up, um, the big things that are in my world right now is are we going to go to war? Ukraine and Russia. I mean, I said all the feeds I ever see about that war is Russia getting their ass kicked and nothing on the other side. So I don't know who's winning that war. I would love to see that come to an end. Um, and I hate to say it, this is going to sound terrible, but I hope Russia wins. Um, I just think that the
Okay.
people would be. This is my reason why I think the people might be better under Putin's government than Zelensky. I mean, if you have people in your government who's taking money away from the energy department that's supposed to provide heat and so forth to the people, what else are they keeping away from the people? You
Yep.
know, so I hope that the whole alien thing,
Okay.
as far as the movie, you can actually watch that movie. I think it's on Prime TV,
Okay.
but it's $29 to rent the damn thing.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
let's talk about where you're going to be. Let's see. Today's Monday. Where are you going to be
so,
Tuesday and Thursday? Or not
uh,
Tuesday. Well,
so Thursday for
Thursday.
sure, I'm going to be doing my 7 o'clock meeting, and there'll be obviously my base people, but there'll be 3 board members of the Southern Independent Association coming on to talk about where the South is headed. They got some really big plans made, so they'll be talking about that. But because the group, the core group has 12 people, the thought was to create smaller groups and have multiple live broadcasts instead of one big one. Um, and if I can get that decided before the 11th of December, that'd be great because I did step up my EV Mux program to allow
Okay.
12 people at the same time, but that also cost me an extra $20 a month.
Okay. All right.
So hopefully I can save some money that way.
Yep.
But I'm not taking any more clients. I just picked up one from YouTube, so I am packed.
Okay.
I will take questions. I will help people with questions um,
Good.
for free. Um,
Okay.
but that's it. Freeze my ass off. I got a house with 2 females who want to keep the house at 64 degrees instead of 70,
Yep.
like I like it. But
Okay.
yeah, that's where I'm
All
at.
right. All right. We will see you on
So,
Wednesday then.
yep, I'm going to bounce back out. See ya.
Okay. All right. Randy Rhodes. All roads lead to home genealogy. You can ask him questions and he will answer them for you. And you can take it from there. I'm going to slip over to this one for just a minute. I want to see if anyone is still commenting. Michael Anthony, you're welcome to come on the broadcast during the day if you want to. I know evenings are better. Sometimes evenings are better for a lot of people. But today was just one of those broadcasts that, like I said, this Monday just didn't come together and gel all the way completely, and I apologize for that. So we'll probably keep it to Facebook because we bashed the Facebook and bashed the YouTube, and I don't like to do that anyway because those are the two primaries on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast. So anyway, it is what it is. Don't sweat the hard stuff. I mean the easy stuff, as my father used to say. Anyway, we'll be back on Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Adjust yourself accordingly. William Lockett was working on a link. William Lockett was working on a link and I got busy. Sorry, David. That's okay, William. You are welcome anytime. I really was going to hop on with y'all this morning. I know you were, William. Anybody's welcome. If there's a better time, then let me know. And I know Mondays are not always good. I just wanted a lot of people on this morning. If I got people on this morning, I would have been able to sneak away for a moment and do some links, some live links on other social media and see what happens then. Again, if you see it on Facebook in a group that it should not be in, please let me know and we will take it out of there. Only if you're an admin or a moderator. Don't just tell me because you're a member of a group that you don't think it should be in that group. Okay? I'm not going to play that game. I have in the past, but I'm not going to play that game now. On YouTube, it's on our page over there, Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and it will be over there. And about that, it's about all I have to say this morning. So grab your cup of coffee. Salute Scott Adams by taking a swig. Matter of fact, we'll check into that, into Scott, and see how he is. I believe he is in stage 4, and there is a belief that he may survive stage 4. And I would like to see everybody survive stage 4. It won't bring back my father, who was in stage 4, but maybe it will save everybody else. And I can go off into weird things like he may have passed, but maybe he went to another world where they treated him, and he's having a great life and getting ready for his 5 kids and his wife. And I don't know. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to figure out, because again, as I said, my screen has changed from Restream. We'll hit this one and give you double V's.